What's up, people? So on my old channel, I talked about the fourth grade bully, and it brought up some memories. I looked at that video yesterday, and it brought back some memories where I think, in my opinion, 2004 to 2006 were like the best years of music, TV, movies, clothing, and all around culture, American culture. Well, I'll really say black culture, really, because American culture, like with black culture, anybody can be in it, but that's really up for debate. But I want to just tell you about those years, and I'm not someone that lives in the past, but I'll put it like this. Music began to suck around '07, rap music. That's what I would listen to the most. Movies began to suck around when it was getting expensive to go to the movies. The movies really started to suck around '07, '08. TV started to suck around '08, '09. That's when I started watching movies like DVDs. Wrestling sucked around '05. And clothing became very like gender neutral around 2008. That's a really fair term to use because skinny jeans didn't come out until '08. Before it was baggy jeans, white tees, 3X large white tees with like a baseball hat on or like a favorite hometown team hat on. Because not every city has the four major sports teams. And, you know, just thinking back, a lot of the culture was a lot better than what they have now. Like my brother, I guess he got my dad to buy him. We would go to the gallery. Let me say this. The gallery in Philadelphia on like 10th and Market, I think, 8th from there, like 8th and Market. We didn't have a car back then. We called it the bus. We called it the trolley. My dad worked for SEPTA, so we were able to get free rides on there. The gallery that you see downtown, that's not the gallery. They knocked down the first gallery. That's the gallery. That is like Philly trying to be like New York City. But the old gallery where you had like the KFC in there, the McDonald's, had like the Models in there. If you remember what Sam Goody was, because when I went there almost like 9 years ago before they knocked it down, they had like a FYE in there. But before it was called, I think it was always called FYE, but I think it was Sam Goody. It was another music. It probably was the same name. But my brother went there. He got a whole bunch of CDs. I'm gonna tell you every CD he had. I remember it too. He had John Cena's the trademark. He had John Cena. He purchased 50 Cent's the Get Rich or Die Trying off the motion picture soundtrack. He had the Rev Run CD from Madden 06. That's 3. He got it was a group T.I. had called PSC. I don't know what that stands for. He had that. He had Mobb Deep's album where they have the Out of Control remix. He had that album and the Put 'Em in Your Place song. Those are only 2 songs I remember. He had The Game. Some CDs we would actually buy from my mother's friend at her job. Some guy he knew that downloaded CDs. He had The Games, the documentary. He had to get that the beginning of the year. And then he had the 50 Cent's Massacre album. The same one from the same guy at her job. And we got Kanye West's Late Registration. Because he purchased a lot of CDs. Believe it or not, we were not really into let me say this. We like Philly battle rappers. But I don't really. My brother was not into like Beanie Siegel or like Freeway. He was more into like West Coast. Like he was really a big fan of the game. I didn't really have a favorite rapper. I liked anything that was popular or what I could relate to or what I thought was cool at the time. But same here. Like I wasn't into like Beanie Siegel back then. I like his music now as an adult, but like the only Philly rapper that I listened to as a kid was Cassidy. Because it's like he didn't have that image of the drug dealer, the guy always going to jail for something petty. So some songs that got airplay, because he didn't promote that image. Yeah, I knew who he was based off of that. But like I said, my mindset now, I could listen to Beanie Siegel now, but it was just that back in the early 2000s when we talk about Philly rappers, a lot of Philly rappers had that whole drug dealer, like guy always going to prison, like stories like that. We couldn't get into because we were kids. We couldn't get into. Our father wasn't in jail, and no one we knew close to us was in prison or jail, so we couldn't really listen to something like that. That's why I feel like Beanie Siegel. But I'm gonna talk about this. That's for another video. But we were not into Philly rappers, even though we were from there. It only song that we really got to that wasn't Cassidy that really spoke to us was the Freeway What We Do. That song, because that was played in 2002, and that's still classics. But in spite of what I said though, State Property was a big movie around school. I didn't watch it until I got a lot older because it's an R-rated movie. You can't watch no R-rated movie at 10 years old. Can't do that. But